friends, Nibs again. Want to get out the garage and do a little plinking, little goofing around out here. Got a new one here that's on loan to the channel for a little while, and I wanted to give you guys a first look at it. This is just going to be kind of a bringing it home, giving you guys a quick look at it. We'll be doing some more head-to-heads and real target shooting with it down the road, but for now I just wanted to give you a look at it. If you look over here on my bench, I have this one in the middle that's kind of reddish color is the one that we're going to be talking about today. That one is a Crosman model 140. So this one's pretty cool. I'm not sure if the stock hasn't been refinished on this one. Really kind of looks like it might have been, but if it was really well done. But if anybody has any thoughts on, whether Crosman did them red like this at any point in time, I haven't seen any that were really red just like that. This particular one, so these were made from around 1954 to around 1968, and they had several variations of them. This particular one is one of the older variations. You can tell by the crossbolt safety and also the stamped sheet metal trigger guard. The newer ones would have had a cast trigger guard, and very similar to this one. I'll show you this one here. These other two are actually mine, and but they so this one's a model 1400, which is the one that superseded the 140. Basically the same gun with a little bit of updates. Both are 22 caliber. This one's a really nice gun too, good shooter. So there's that cast trigger guard with the safety built into it. Very similar to the 180s I was showing you, the model 180s. The model 180s started out with the through bolt safety like the 140 here, and then in stamped sheet metal, and then subsequent later revisions went over to that same kind of cast trigger guard. And then this other one I got back here is an even older one. This one, if you've been on my channel at all, you've seen it in the past, but this one is a model 120, Crosman model 120. This one here was in pretty tough shape when I got it, completely delaminated as far as the paint goes, pretty rough shape, needed a reseal, but I got it all sealed up and it's shooting pretty good. So this one here, unlike those two, those are called self-cockers. This one you actually have to cock the bolt back first before you start pumping it up, because if you don't, all the air will just bleed right out through the barrel. But she pumps up. It's got some pretty good snap to it. These were made in, I believe I read these, the 120s were only made in 1952 and 1953. And in 1954 they came out with the model 140. So anyway, I'm going to do a couple shots across the garage here, just 20 feet, but more to test it for function than really trying to see how accurate it really is. Really seems to be building some pressure, so that's a good sign. 22 caliber, like I said. This particular one, so this one has the little turn and rotate little sleeve on for the bolt, for the pellet probe, whatever you want to call it. These other ones, the model 1400 has only a little bolt. So 1 second, let me get a different gun here that will show you. So here is the model 1400, or 140, sorry. And then here is the model 130 pump action bolt, or pump action pistol. Very similar. This is very similar in action. It's just kind of scaled down compared to this. Obviously this is much larger, can hold a lot more air. The tube is larger in diameter than that, but I'll bet a lot of these parts will swap over onto that. But so it kind of seems like every once in a while when I do pump this, I hear a little bit of blowback off the pump cup. So let me talk to the owner and see if he wants me to buy a seal kit for it. Overall, I mean, it's really got some good power to it. I hear that. It's just seems like if I pump it slow and deliberately, it pumps up really nice. But if I try to force the pumping of it, it really that's when I get that blow by. Let me set this down. I didn't set my camera up down there just because, like I said, we're just doing a function test. But let me go grab that target and we'll see how it did. Alright, so here we go. So this is actually this bullseye here, I did 3 shots before I started the camera up. This was the first shot, and I had 2 right in the bullseye. And then these are the 3 shots I just took with you guys on camera. So dancing right around that bullseye there pretty good. So seems to be pretty darn accurate. About as good as I'll ever do with open sights like that. But so let me set this down. Alright, so there you go. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. We can have this for a little while and do some head-to-heads against the other 22 cal pump-up jobbers there. And we'll find some other challenges for it too. But it's neat how they got the, it's just the stamped sheet metal cap, and then they just folded over a piece of steel in the front there to form the front sight post. And then the rear sight is just a piece of stamped sheet metal that wraps around the barrel right there. So that's even more interesting. So I might have to pull that front off there and just see what's going on with that pump cup. Oh, I didn't put my target back out there. Shot at my, I got about a foot thick full of cardboard up against the garage door over there, so that pellet ain't going anywhere. But anyway, so there you go. Model 120, Model 140, Model 1400. I did have the same guy who brought that in for me to borrow. He also was the one who had the Model 102, which was the predecessor to even this old guy here. Did a reseal on that one and got it up and shooting pretty good. The feed mechanism was still a little bit finicky on it, but really tough to find parts for those old guys. So, but he knows if you feed it single, it'll pump up nice and shoot for him. So at least he was pretty happy with that. So anyway, we'll go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. But wanted to give you a first look at this guy and we'll give it a try. Seems like it's working pretty good. Might need just a little bit of tinkering with the pump cup up in here, but I think we can handle that. So, anyway, if you like the video, like, share, and subscribe. go ahead and hit the subscribe notification bell, and you'll be notified when I do post up new videos. And until next time, have a great day.